Hi, Soul Tribe. Thank you for joining me for Mystical Soul Readings. Now, this will be for the last week of February. And thank you to Tim for always popping in a like, share, subscribe. It is important to hit that notification bell just to keep up to date. And I can see we have Corbin here as well. Hello to you and Jake. Hope you guys are doing well. And we're going to get into the astrology. I also felt that it was really important to work with protective crystals for this upcoming week ahead. So let me get into a few of the things to start with. Hey, Jake. Oh, I've got to catch up with you as well. Let me text you later. It's just been a busy couple of weeks. So we're going to have Mars go direct, which will happen tomorrow. So this is going to be like the end of stagnation and feel like we're sort of like returning to things. We just have to be careful this week too, with also the Venus retrograde about to begin. We just have to kind of keep this internal fire or this feeling of explosion. We just have to watch that kind of energy. We also have Mercury and Saturn, which will be conjunct on the 26th. So this is going to be sometimes like where we see things for what it really is. So just be careful. It's not really a good time to dive too much into it or to kind of put your feelings on the table. So just use that time to sort of reflect and assess. So it's definitely not here to smash you. It's here to kind of make you come into like a realization about certain things. You probably feel like quite emotionally charged as well going into this week too. I am that witch today. So with this energy, because we're going to have Mars go direct as well, it's more feeling like you have your power coming back rather than, I guess, when we were in retrograde. So with this too, just also looking deeper into the emotional aspect and looking into your own internal breakthroughs. So you probably will have a few deeper realizations going on too. You realize like where you're investing your time or where you're doing something out of obligation, or perhaps like where something's not being balanced. But going into this Venus retrograde, just be careful that you don't. It's not a good time for breakups. It's not a good time for jumping into a relationship. She's filmed a really in-depth video on the Venus retrograde. I'd highly recommend checking it out. I've listened and talked to her and watched some things around it. And yeah, it definitely is one to get educated on. So it can make relationships also feel a little bit shaky. Things can feel kind of just a little bit too much for this week as well. So just make sure that you're not seeing the world through a certain colored lens. And I'm not saying rosy glasses. It's more kind of a little bit of a doomy gloom type thing. But there is a feeling of like, I need this solved. I need this finished. I need it finalized now. Really try and like reel that back in. Pace yourself, do nervous system regulation work. And I've got a show coming up on Mason Jupiter after this, which will be 2 hours from now. And Jody Riley and I are going to be talking about mindset shifting. We're going to be talking about things that you can do to really, I guess, help embody this this week, especially, if not the next couple of months. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. And I'm seeing gorgeous soul family joining the chat. Hi, Ocean. Lovely to have you here. And we've got gorgeous Adele. Thank you. And the beautiful Lisa. And let me see what crystal, or actually, I think I had another note. Let me just check this. So yeah, I guess to summarize it, just reflect, refine, and don't force things. So just be in a little bit of like the Virgo hermit cave where we're like keeping an eye on the world. Try not to overanalyze too much. Good time to journal for this week and really like watch your words. So definitely work with the crystals for high protection. Try and really think about things before you say them. So yeah, just watch for volatility. And also it's about letting go of what's draining you. And this is a good time to also bring up, let me just see where I've popped it. I'll share this with you guys. So a few of you have sent me cute little emails saying you're excited, and I can't wait for you guys to join. So we have on the Soul Alchemy Potions website where you can see my 6 potions available with their gorgeous affirmations. Oh, Corbin, you guys have been working with Vision Quest. awesome for Pisces season. That is such a beautiful one to work with. And we have the new moon event coming up for anyone that has purchased a potion. You'll see that this has been emailed to you guys. If it hasn't, please send me an email over at info@soulalchemy.com. And we have, or soulalchemypotions.com. So we've got the Soul Family Manifestation Masterclass. So we're going to be working with the new moon in Pisces. So yeah, Vision Quest is a perfect one. For me, I'm feeling to work with I Am That Witch. I feel it's all about like getting back in touch with that inner witch, that magic that works with intuition, psychic gifts, and things of that sort of nature. So it could be a little bit of calling your power back from other lifetimes. See what you guys feel drawn to. Our highest pick, I would say, over the last few new moons that people are working with manifesting is abundance. So I will be having some more shows this year, especially centered around abundance. And yeah, diving into that a little bit deeper, always bringing tips and tools and things that I'm learning as well. I've also been looking at the integration of how we can see this in our own astrology charts. So that's also really important to look at, like where our wounds and things are in regards to this. But yeah, you can see here, this will be February 27th if you are in the Northern Hemisphere at 9 p.m. and it will be February 28th at 1 p.m. here in Australia. So I actually have a very early start that day. I'll be up at 3 a.m. So if I'm looking a little bit tired at the event, you guys know why, but I'll still be showing up with magic and full intention. So I also have the bookings available. Please remember to hit that notification button, and thank you so much for everyone that's really putting that love into my channel. I enjoy bringing you these shows. And here you'll find my sessions available. There's the gorgeous Sophie. So yeah, click on the links of the photos. Use discount code Jupiter at the moment to save 20%. And we also have in the Academy section, the Aura course still available. So this is actually a perfect time to work with the Pisces new moon energy. And also astrologically, the other thing that's quite special that we have coming up, that we'll also be doing the prep work in this new moon, ready to move into the eclipses. So let me just check the date. So I'm going on the Australian Standard Times. Generally, you'll find that you guys are working with the day before. So we will have the full moon on the 14th of March, which will be a total eclipse. So we need to do the pre-work now in this new moon coming up. And then we'll also have the partial eclipse, which will be the 29th of March. So remember, eclipses really impact 6 months ahead. So this is super, super important. This new moon coming up that we're working with Pisces, we're setting the tone for the next 6 months. So I can't wait to be in this group with you all and chatting on Zoom about things. And I can see Jody saying, I'm having more positive dreams lately. Feels really good. Oh, that's so good to hear. And such gorgeous energy from all of you. Thank you. I hope you are having a blessed weekend filled with miracles. I love that. Thank you, Ocean. And I may have missed some of your comments. Oh, we've got Ken here. Just sending you healing energy. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Oh, and if anyone has anything that you want to add, because I know, Corbin, you're really into astrology. If there's anything you feel drawn to add, I can pop it up as well. So the first crystal that I felt drawn to work with this week is pyrite. So you can see that here. This is a little pyrite wand. It's got natural formation as well, but it has been shaped into this cool wand energy. So this is definitely more about like promoting wellness. It's a stone that is also known as fool's gold. It's also helping to support the circulation system, respiratory system, protect against environmental pollution. It's a protection stone. So it also works with like a shield type energy. So if you're holding this, you can visualize and work with a shield psychically being amplified around you. It's just a really good anchor stone too, I find. I find it quite grounding. Almost, yeah, the word anchor, I guess, perfectly describes it. So this helps to block out negative energy, protect also from danger. It's one of the traditional meanings with this. So you can actually get it in jewelry, like pyrite rings and things too. Because anything ending in I, you also just want to make sure that you're not soaking it in water. So just be careful with oils and things of that sort of nature as well. Let me just take a sip of my witch potion. And also, if you are in the Southern Hemisphere like me, you can make this one into an iced tea as well. And if you like, you can add a little bit of honey or maple syrup. Hey, Emma, lovely to have you here. And the other crystal that I have, this one, God, I feel like I'm doing show and tell, like in primary school, where you take an object or something in from home to show everyone. This one I thought you guys might enjoy. This is actually called alligator celestial, and you can see here it's sort of got like a leatherback type celestial formation. Also, some people call it crocodile celestial. Celestials are one of my favorite. Let me just grab if I can find one. This is what a clear one looks like, just so you can see the difference. And so they're really beautiful stones. I use this a lot to connect with the spiritual dimensions, spiritual realms. So this one is actually going to give you protection in those realms as well. And yeah, it's quite impressive, isn't it? So with this, celestials in themselves are like really high vibrational stone. So they can actually, especially this one, when you feel it, like I've got this that sits on the coffee table with a lot of other bigger clusters and like chunk crystals and caves and things. But this one, you can actually feel almost like a dome or a shield just protecting the house with this one. So that's why I wanted to show you guys with the energies that we have this month. It's also considered to be a stone that helps you connect with that higher intelligence or higher self and even the realms above. So it helps you connect to higher information to channel this down. It's also sometimes one that can help you open doorways. And that's what I find working with the clear one. But this one really just feels like you're kind of protected. Some people also say that it helps you connect to the angelic realms too. So let me know what crystals you guys are working with for this month. Oh, Ocean, your cat is sleeping beside your crystals. That's so lovely to hear. So, oh, that's so cool. What a beautiful sink. I love that. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? So we will get in. Yeah, I love show and tell with you guys. It's so much fun. I've still got that giant nebula that I had out the other day. I think we had that with Phil yesterday. If you haven't seen, I've also popped up 2 shows yesterday. Let me just bring this up. So we did a show, Phil and I did Cosmic Universe, the part 3 on Mason Jupiter. So that was the wrap on a beautiful 3-part series where we had a lot of fun. And we did Awakening Insider yesterday. So we were talking about telepathy. So if you love hearing stories about examples of people experiencing telepathy and you haven't seen this show, definitely go and check it out. We also give tips on how to connect to telepathy, how to communicate with animals as well. So that's a really important one. Oh, Adele, you have, oh, lovely. So Rainbow Sun, I just received 2 large amethysts today. So pretty. And Adele, citrine malachite. Oh my gosh, Tim, green apophyllite. That sounds beautiful. And Jake's got a huge obsidian. Yes, so great for protection. And you can also use rainbow obsidian for scrying and looking into whether it's past lives or looking into, spirit guides, things of that sort of nature. It's like a remote viewing crystal. It's really, really cool. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you like it. And Emma, you've got your black obsidian bracelet. That is such a good one. Really good for protection. Oh, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. That's so beautiful. And we've got my soul brother, Phil. We were just talking about the telepathy show. Thank you for joining us too. So let's get into the cards for this week and we will have a look at what's energetically going on. So it does feel like a bit of unstable, kind of fiery, crazy, chaotic type energy, even though we're in Pisces. So we have to watch, I guess, with the shadow aspect of that or the negative side of Pisces. It's not to become like overtly emotional, to kind of like lose control of our emotions. So just make sure you're like emotionally checking in with yourself, that you're maybe, talking to a friend about things rather than sort of just announcing things to people that perhaps will not receive them well. And I can see Rainbow Sun working with an icosahedron right now. I bet it has beautiful energy. Okay. Oh, thank you, Ocean. I appreciate that. So the cards that we have for this week, I'm just going into the Mythos deck, so a Greek one with the gods and goddesses. And we had 6 cards, so this is quite the story. Let's flip these over. So we're starting out with 7 of Coins, the High Priestess, 8 of Wands, 6 of Cups, the Tower, and 2 of Swords. So this energy is a little bit starting off with like having you stand in your power, feeling like that you're reflecting on what it is that you've worked with, looking at all the investment that you've put into things. So remember, we talked about with the astrology too, it's looking at things balanced. So this could be in regards to relationships, and this is also going to be stronger in the Venus retrograde as well. But we have a 7 of Coins and the High Priestess. So remember, with the High Priestess, she's all about just sort of like staying in communication with her energy. She's not getting pulled and distracted. We're seeing that to hold that, because right after her, the 8 of Wands. So I always see a relationship dynamic between the two of these. So remember to come back to center if you find your energy getting pulled and shot out as these arrows do. Remember, in my other deck, the High Priestess is the one with the bow and arrow. So this is all about having control on a spiritual level, control on a mental, emotional level. So you need to be your own warrior this week. Yeah, isn't it a beautiful deck? The other energy that we have is 6 of Cups. So if we can think about the energy of the astrology for the moment, it's not happening to us, it's happening for us. So even though it might feel a little bit dramatic and it might feel a little bit like, oh, I want to hide, it feels a little bit retrograde-ish, is sort of the emotional charge around it, even though it's not, until we get into Venus, which will be 1st, 2nd of March, depending on what part of the world you're in. But yeah, this is inner child stuff that's coming up. If you're not careful and you don't keep yourself in check, we have the Tower card. So definitely about, with the Hebrew symbol per that goes with the Tower card, watching your words. Remember that your words do have power. And I can see Jake saying, oh, sunny but cold here in Minnesota. Oh gosh, I remember talking to you guys about the snow and things. Hopefully it's warming up. And we also have the 2 of Swords, the card of peace. So just take everything in your stride this week is what we're seeing. Just, I guess, be careful to not lash out. It will subside. So yeah, good advice. And the 2 of Swords, not everything is as it seems. Remember to look at things from an inward. How am I modeling or reflecting this to the outside world, and what's coming up, or who is putting little finger pressure pain points in certain areas or certain patterns? So remember, it's happening for you. So it's just like a little magnifying glass or like a little spotlight. Oh, Fortune Cookie, thank you for asking. So at the moment, this is the general read, looking into the energies for the week ahead. Next week's really crazy busy for me with a lot of 3 a.m. starts. So I won't be doing one next week, but perhaps the week after might be a fun one to do questions from the audience. All right, so let's get some little clarifiers. And let me know if you guys are already feeling this. I actually went to temple with my friends last night. We went to a Ganesha temple and we did a blessing. We had dinner there with 2 of my gorgeous friends. It was so lovely. And it's a good time to go and work with those blessings and to work with positive energy. Oh, was there some fairies? You're welcome, Fortune Cookie. So yeah, just definitely hit that notification and you'll see the shows that we have coming up. So the cards that we have, we're still getting a lot that Spirit is guiding us through because there's 6 of them. So the advice, even if I guess we're going, nope, that's not going to happen to me, we're still seeing sort of like a 5 of disc energy, which is where we're sort of feeling it. And it's sometimes, I guess, where we can like be in this almost like a little victimization. Yeah, definitely. It was so beautiful watching. They had a Ganesha statue right in the center, And one of the beautiful Indian priests, they pour milk on the statue and sort of wash Ganesha with that. And then they pour water. They put turmeric paste, carnations. So he goes through this whole kind of like cleansing, worshipping type ritual. And we know that Ganesha is also the remover of obstacles. So he's actually a really beautiful one to work with for this week. But yeah, this Five of Pentacles. Spirit sort of suggesting be careful not to be in this energy of where we can go down this spiral. Now, remember, we had inner child stuff also coming up, and this also can open up alternate timelines. So keep yourself in check emotionally. Which timeline are you wanting to vibrate on? Because it's so easy to drop into our wounds, into our victimization, or into past, or into, pointing and blaming at other people. So with this Five of Disc, remember that church is right behind you. You have the power to connect straight to source. Interesting that Spirit gives us Four of Swords straight after. So with this, when you have the hard times come up, and I'm hearing Spirit play that song. I don't think who sings it, but I know it was used in the Jewel of the Nile movie back in the 80s, I think it was, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Do you guys remember that song? For those of you that are my age or perhaps a little bit older, you might remember that. But yeah, Four of Swords, be in the space of the heart. Now, this also, I'm feeling an energy of self-compassion. We have the Empress with this. So just being careful how much you are being called to do for everyone else. This is a good time to scale back a little bit, give yourself like a little bit of peace and love and nurturing is what I'm feeling. Top your cup up. So if you are in the colder climates, baths, tea rituals, using potions, especially soul alchemy potions, quite transformative. We have a King of Pentacles. So get in touch with things that are physical. Do, whether it's the workouts, this is also going to help you boost your serotonin, boost your dopamine. So I'm seeing do not dwell in darker emotional states because it's just a testing energy. So Five of Wands, watch out for volatility, watch out for people coming to add their 2 cents. It's strife energy. It's Saturn and Leo. So we have to really be careful what is captivating our attention. And we have the King of Swords. So definitely use your words as power. Even myself, I printed out some affirmations based on my astrology. So I know I've talked about in some of the other shows having yods in astrology. So we may even maybe talk to someone in the future and interview them around this if you guys are interested. Thank you, Jake. Soul Alchemy Potions are truly priceless. Such a powerful tool to work with. Thank you. I think so. And that's why I created them for all of you. I thought, I can keep them in my kitchen and just use them myself. But I really, when I find something that works and I find something that's powerful, or I create something that's powerful, I don't want to just sort of like hoard the energy. I want to share it and help people have breakthroughs. And that's part of what the yods are in my chart, because I have 3 of them. So anyway, we might do a show on that coming up, because sometimes you'll have those things in your chart or in your life where it's like this ping pong game of like feeling like you're mentally like, oh, there's something that I need to get to the bottom of, but I can't work it out. Or this sort of like a little bit of like irritation energy, and you get a little scratch or a little insight, and then it goes back to, oh, I just want to break free from that. So you can actually work with creating affirmations if you have that yod or other particular astrological alignments that create this sort of chaotic energy. But the thing is, when you get the breakthrough, it does produce things like, amazing products and things like that you can take out to the world. So I think that's something we would do a show on in the future too. You guys also type into the comments or let me know what kind of topics you want me to explore this year. We did do some based around the potions last year, and I still will have more of those shows coming up. But I'm really wanting to find like, what is it that I can bring you guys? What is it that I can perhaps talk about that will add value or help you guys in your life as well? So I can see a few of you talking about perhaps having past lives maybe in India and shared past lives. I'm sure that we've had lots of past lives together because everyone feels like family here. So let's also get a little bit of insight. Spirit is telling me, let's get some insight for tapping into our higher selves. Just seeing what deck they're guiding me to. So definitely a week to not act from the lower ego self. Maybe just even give yourself like a little bit of a check-in. Yeah, that would be a lovely topic too. So yeah, give yourself a check-in. Okay, is this feeling or emotion or this reaction coming from ego, or is it coming from my higher self? Spirit's just showing me that little bit of advice as well. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do one. Perhaps even we'll go a bit more in depth to that next week. Yeah, we can do some more shows on kinesiology and health. That would be cool. Okay, let's have a look into the advice from our higher self for this week. Okay, so the first one that we have is a Seven of Cups. We're seeing it in reverse. So our higher self is actually going to try and spotlight and place attention on things that were perhaps hidden or things that we emotionally felt will come to the surface clear as day, is what we're seeing. So definitely keep a journal this week. And yeah, we can do more in health. That'll be a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. The next thing that we see with that is it might also bring a deeper kind of stagnant disappointment energy with this. So just being careful that you're not getting stuck in that is what our higher self is trying to communicate. It doesn't look like we're going to dwell here forever. So even though it might feel like it at points through the week, we're going to hit to where we're gaining things from this. So as we said before, Spirit was saying it's not happening to us, it's happening for us. So it's like going through the deep sort of trenches of meditation and the emotional side of things, and there's reward on the other side. So if you're investing, you're putting your work in, you're doing your meditation, you're doing your affirmations and things of that sort of nature, you're actually going to get more of a payoff. And it definitely is. We had the Six of Cups come up in reverse. See all of the roots, if I put it in the upright, the roots and the tree. So we're going to more be directed, and we're going to understand the patterns around how we've created life in a certain way, or why things have unfolded, or why we've been attracted to certain characters, or why we're having certain boundaries and things push too. And yeah, I feel the same. I feel Spirit's really like, okay, we're going to be gentle, but we just want to give you a heads up on what's happening through the week as well. And then we've got Father of Cups. So have self-compassion for yourself, for others. Father of Cups too. This is not just about like sort of sitting around, but it's, oh, thank you, Ocean. I'm going to pop that one up in a second. So yeah, with this energy, Father of Cups, this is about doing things. So whether it's, going to temple or doing things of this sort of nature, whether it's going out into nature, as well. Making sure also that you're consuming positive information. So you're not like watching the news, you're not dwelling, in Five of Cups energy, the woe is me. This is where we're looking at everything that we've lost, but we're not tapping into Two of Cups, which is love and connection. So that would be, each time you're like, oh, damn it, I'm in like Five of Cups. I'm feeling that I just feel overwhelmed. I'm feeling like emotionally, like no one understands me. That's a little bit of the energy we've got this week too. Find 5 things that you're grateful for. So it's really about mastering the subconscious mind. So when your subconscious mind is giving you like rocks, you need to like dig through those rocks to find the gemstones. That's the vision that I'm seeing with this too. Oh, hey, Becca. Definitely go back and watch this one. This one is like a bit of a doozy of a week. So Spirit's really giving us a big heads up on how to navigate through this week too. Oh, awesome, Rainbow Sun. I see you and Jake talking about telepathy. Yeah, we do. We have telepathy in this group. It's so beautiful. I love that. Oh, that's so cute. So Tim is saying, when we get on the galactic love boat with Captain Julie, Solreta will be the beautiful cruise director. Thank you. So Ocean, Thank you. So Rita, what about helping others heal their inner child? Definitely, especially if you are working as a therapist or you're working as a healer. This will also be about holding space, but just also take note, Spirit showing me and holding up a mirror. So they might be mirroring things as well. So have a look at what sort of situations and clients and things, or even people in your reality that are being reflected to you, and ask, is Spirit trying to show me something with these things that are coming up too? Oh, Jake, you and I have been doing the same thing. So I've been doing manifestation affirmations in the shower, and it's been amazing. I also have them printed out, and my partner and I have some Taurus things in our chart. He has a lot of Taurus, but I've printed them out and stuck them on the wall so you can actually read the affirmations around abundance while you're on the toilet. And you can see them from the shower. So little tips like that, because remember that our reticular activating system, and when we talk about the neuroscience and manifestation, like we have in the other shows, it's that constant repetition that's going to imprint and wire that neurology difference. So you need to be constantly reminding yourself to come back to state, to come back to saying the positive words and affirmations. So even if you've got 5 affirmations or statement around like how you want to shift things, or the mindset that you want to be in, or the new belief system, print them out and pop them. Like I've got some in my set of drawers, so that when I'm putting moisturizer on or like getting my clothes out, I'm also saying the affirmations, and I've set them in the bathroom just before that. Sticking them up in the kitchen, maybe near a blender while you're making a smoothie, things of that sort of nature. Oh, and I just want to say thank you also to people that have purchased the smoothie book. I've seen a few more of those going out lately. So I do feel we're maybe needing to do another show on health. I also am making more smoothies at the moment. So yeah, let's get maybe a Syrian star card for this week as well. And then I better start to get ready to chat to Jody on the Galactic show, which will be a lot of fun. This is beautiful. We have the card Open to Receive and Sacred Knowledge. And we have Channel. Wow, you guys are really being prepared spiritually for big shifts and changes to come through. So where we're going to be working with the new moon energy. Thank you, Tim. And I so appreciate seeing you pick the cards. It's just beautiful. And I never imagined that I would be seeing someone, put cards on the screen of something I created. So yeah, I'm so grateful for that. So Open to Receive Sacred Knowledge. Feel your aura and energy opening towards the highest possibility happening now for your highest good. Sacred knowledge is timeless and exists for everyone. Go within for answers. So we're actually going to be doing a specific tailored meditation I'm creating for this new moon that's also coming up. And we have the channel energy. I'm open to receiving divine guidance and wisdom. I channel this creative energy through my passion and calling. Thank you. So that's what I have for the week. I hope you guys resonated with this. You can come back here through the week if you want to add comments and update me on how your week's going. Remember, we are a beautiful soul tribe, and there's so much support in this beautiful group too. So that would be another way that we can sort of keep in contact or keep spurring each other on and uplifting as well. All right. Well, I love you guys so much. Remember Soul Alchemy Potions. If you have bought a potion, you will be sent a link for the new moon event, even if you're buying it just up to the last minute as well. Okay, thank you for joining and sharing the love. Love you guys.